come in the last days. Now notice that expression, the last days. You'll find it many times in the Bible. The Bible says that there's going to be an X point in history that will be known as the latter days or the last days. Many people think that we are in that period now. Nobody knows for sure. It will be a time of peril, war, destruction, lawlessness, immorality, so great that God will have to intervene and stop the whole thing, or we would have racial genocide.
Thousands of protesters are turning out in Iran for another day of anti-government protests. Demonstrations have entered their third week and nearly 3 days under an internet blackout.
Breaking news now, the United States has launched an attack in Syria. Good afternoon, I'm John Scott, and this is the Fox Report. It's the second time the U.S. military has launched airstrikes against Islamic State in Syria since December 19th. To avenge the killing of 2 Iowa National Guard soldiers and their American interpreter.
A new image to spur the waves of protesters who continue to flood Iran's streets. A municipal building burning into the night.
Breaking news. Donald Trump has clearly said that we will hit Iran in such a way that they will feel immense pain. Iran is absolutely not weak.
What exactly might that look like? We know that especially since Venezuela and the capturing of Nicolas Maduro, that the US president likes to hit hard and quick. Kinetic strikes which look good on TV and don't involve sticking around for long.
January 2026. Along South Africa's breathtaking coastline, something terrifying is unfolding. In the Western Cape, walls of fire are tearing through dry fields and coastal towns like Pearly Beach and Stanford, pushed forward by strong winds. Thick smoke fills the sky. Roads are shut down. Families are told to leave with only what they can carry.
Shalom. First and foremost, before we get things started, we like to give all praises and honor and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rachaha Kudash. Double honors to the apostles and elders and bishop of Great Millstone, teaching his truth in sincerity, and to the hopeful elect scattered around the 4 corners of the earth, and to the Akwak that are listening and learning. To you, I say Shalom. This is your brother Yashima of the GMS Memphis camp, coming to you with another word of the day lesson. First precept, Jeremiah 30 and 24. The fierce anger of the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai shall not return until he has done it, and until he have performed the intents of his heart. In the latter days ye shall consider it. And what gave me the inspiration to do this lesson here was the word ladder. Okay, let's go into the concordance. And in the Hebrew, reading from right to left, AHCHAARYATH. AHCHAARYATH, okay? Outline biblical usage, after part, in latter times, prophetic for what? Future times, okay? And the Strong's definition, the last or in, the future, what? End times, okay? Which that's what we're in right now. We're in the end times, the latter days, okay? So let's go back. Jeremiah 30 and 24. The fierce anger of the Lord Yahweh shall not return until he have done it, and until he have performed the intents of his heart, in the latter days ye shall consider it. Okay? And let's get that in the GNT real quick. This is Jeremiah 30 and 24 in the GNTD. The Lord's anger is what? A storm, a furious wind that will rage over the heads of the wicked. It will not end until what? He has done all that he intends to do. In the days come, his people will understand this. And his people that are understanding this are the prophets that are on the highways and byways doing this work in truth and sincerity, the hopeful elect, okay? The apostles and elders and bishops and prophets, okay, that out there on the highways and byways 24/7, 365 through rain, snow, and sleet, preaching this word, warning you Israelites what is about to come. And like I said, we are in those latter days, okay? And I like to go to another precept too, as where you're talking about will rage over the heads of the wicked. Let's go to Numbers 24 and 20. And it reads, and when he looked on Amalek, and Amalek, as we know today, and truly are, Esau Edom. But this is the head house, the head tribe of Esau Edom. He took up his parable and said, Amalek was what? The first of the nations, but his latter end shall be that he perish forever. Okay, let's read. And I want you to understand, Amalek is the first of his nation, which are the people that's those small heads, okay? Those the one that's over in Israel right now, the tribe of Amalek, which is Esau Edom. And it's like he did not consider what his latter end was going to be. And his latter end right now, his kingdom is falling. It's falling very, very bad. And it's like, hey, we got to go through these trials and tribulations in order to get home to the kingdom. And Amalek thinking that they're going to rule forever, but hey, Yahweh Shem Yahushua got something else planned and in store for them. Okay, so that leads me to go to the next precept, which is 2nd Ezra 8 and 50. For many, Salakia, for many great miseries shall be done to them that in what the latter times shall dwell in the world, because they have walked in great pride. And that's Esau Edom. He's walking in great pride right now as we speak. Say Trump is got so much pride in him. It's like he think he can just run in and take over Venezuela, Greenland, and so on and so forth. He think he think that pride has filled these Edomites up to where they think they can do whatever the hell they want to. But hey, like I said, they in a rude awakening. They did not know what their latter end is going to be. So let's go to our next precept, which is 1 Timothy 4 and 1. And it reads, now the Spirit speaketh expressly that in the latter times some shall depart from the faith, which a lot of people are doing that right now, that are pulling away from the true word of the Lord and getting out of the, so some of our people are moving and getting out of these churches because they beginning to understand that everything that they have heard and listened from these false prophets of all lies. So Joel Osteen, he's losing his people. Well, he done lost his church already. Clefro Dollar, TD Snakes, all of them. Say every last one of them that they used to love and adore, they have now turned their back on them, gone bankruptcy. A lot of them are church property is being sold for more lucrative money's sake. I mean, hey, it is what it is. And continuing on, giving heed to seducing spirits and doctrines of devils. And that's what I mean. All these false doctrines that are being teaching out on in these churches. Okay, everything that they have always told these people is all lies, false information, lies, lies, lies. That's all this kingdom is filled of. Lies, death, and destruction. But that's all right. Everything finna flip the script. Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai finna turn everything right side up. And in these latter days and latter times, we can see that clearly as daylight. All of us that are out on the highways and byways doing this work in truth and sincerity. Okay? But our latter end is beautiful. Call Halayim Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai for that. And that'll be in Hosea 3 and 5. And it reads, afterward shall the children of Israel, which is you Negro, Latinos, Native Americans, and Hispanics, okay, shall what? Return and seek the Lord Yahweh, their power. That's your only power. Your only God is Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai. And Yahweh, meaning he is to be. Bahashem, in the name. Yahweh Shai, meaning he saves, he delivers. That is your only God, your only power, Israel. Okay? And David, their king, okay, when we return to our homeland and Yahweh Shai has established the government with the 144,000, along with King David, we'll all be back together. And what? And shall fear the Lord Yahweh and his goodness in the latter days. Okay, let's read that in the NLT. And afterward, the people will return and devote themselves to the Lord Yahweh, their power, and to David's descendants, their king. In the last days, they will tremble in awe of the Lord Yahweh and of his goodness. Okay. And not only say the other nations are going to tremble, they're going to have that fear when he comes and when his son comes, okay? They're going to fall to their knees. And when Jerusalem, which is the elect coming out of the ships in their glory with their chains and shackles to shackle all you people of Amalek and Esau, Edom, and you other heathen nations, bind you in chains, and the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, or shall I say Yahweh Shai, is going to conquer all the nations around the globe. Okay? And when we are in rulership, it's going to be peace on earth forever, 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 ever, forever, ever. Okay? And that's the day we're waiting on. And we're praying and crying and sighing for Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai to come. But we know it's getting closer and closer due to the situations that are happening in what? These latter times. And the water Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai for this word of the day lesson. And in closing, I would like to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai Ba'ashem Rachaha Kudash. Double honors to the apostles and elders and bishop of Great Millstone and to the hopeful elect. I want to say until next time, Abab Abal, Shalak al Atham, and Shalom.